Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're going to start in a few minutes. Hi, everyone. We're going to get started very shortly. Thank you so much for coming. So it looks like it's about noon. Did you want to give everyone a few more minutes, Tiffany, or are you ready to get started?
I think that'd be great. Let's give it a couple minutes, let everybody get logged on, and then we'll get started. Thanks.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. I think that we'll go ahead and get started. And if a few people trickle in, then, we can kind of catch them up as we go. So good afternoon and welcome to Gamecock for a Lifetime, staying engaged with UofSC through your Alumni Association. My name is Julia Ballou, and I am a member of the Student Alumni Association's Garnet Circle. Garnet Circle works to foster relationships between students and alumni to prepare students for life after graduation. Future Alumni Week serves this purpose by providing May graduates with all the tools for success through a week full of events. This week, we've covered everything from healthy lifestyles to professional development to social success. And today for our final session, we're going to focus on staying engaged with UofSC after graduation. It's my pleasure to introduce Tiffany Foxworth, Chief Experience Officer for the UofSC Alumni Association, to begin our session.
Thanks, Julia. I appreciate it. So good afternoon. I'm so excited to spend a little bit of time with you guys as we wrap up what has been a really great week during our Future Alumni Week. And so I hope you guys have been able to take advantage of the incredible content that has been put together. I do just want to take a moment to say thank you to Julia and to all of our Garnet Circle members, as well as our graduate assistant, Maggie McPherson, who have all played a significant role in bringing together the content you guys have seen this week. So thank you for that. I hope that you've been able to take advantage of these opportunities. And for some of the webinars that maybe you weren't able to watch live and in person, those will be available so you can see them later on as well. So I get the distinct pleasure to talk to you a little bit about how do you stay involved after you've graduated. So I'm going to share my screen. If you guys will give me just a moment. And Julia, can you just give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen and everything looks good? I'll make sure that you guys are seeing what I'm seeing on my end as well.
Absolutely. It's clear on my end.
Wonderful. So I'm going to just kind of walk through for you guys what it means to be a Gamecock for a lifetime and what opportunities the Alumni Association offers so that you can stay engaged with your beloved alma mater. I'm going to walk through some things. And Julia's going to keep an eye on the chat. And so if you guys do have questions, I'll make sure to pause kind of throughout the presentation and then certainly leave some time at the end for questions if there are any. So want to just talk to you a little bit about what does it mean to be a Gamecock for a lifetime. And, you know, you're about to graduate and sort of now what? How do you stay engaged? So one of the first things I want to talk about is membership. You know, this is really the foundation of our organization, and it's a great way to stay engaged with us. And it's also a great way, one of the easiest ways you can give back to the university. So one of the things that we do that you might not be aware of is around graduation in the spring, during the summer, and in the winter, we open up what is called our new grad life membership. And it's the opportunity as a recent grad to join as a life member. Along with that comes a personalized brick that you can put on the horseshoe and all of our life member benefits. So I do mention that as you guys are considering sort of next steps, that our new grad life membership is a really great way to make sure you stay connected from the moment that you graduate for a lifetime. And so there are absolutely opportunities for membership beyond that, but I think it's one that we've seen a lot of excitement around with our new graduates. And so I do want to just mention that. Beyond the new grad life membership, we do have annual and life membership opportunities. So I certainly encourage you to explore our website and take a look at those. And you'll hear me mention that quite a bit today. All the information that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is also available and accessible on our website. And so I encourage you to take some time to look there as well. So I want to talk a little bit about our alumni clubs. This is a fantastic way to stay connected and also get introduced to other alumni in markets all across the country and really globally as well. We have 2 international clubs with London and Germany, but really all across the country. We have club opportunities where you can get involved. We currently have over 45 clubs. We always are looking to grow that where we have a nice concentration of alumni. And so, you know, this is really an opportunity to network with other Gamecock alums It's an opportunity to get involved in events. And there's even some leadership and sort of board opportunities that come along with being a part of a club. So I would say one of the first things to really consider after you graduate is wherever you happen to land, check out our site and see if there's a club there. And if there's not, and there's a concentration of alumni there, it's certainly an opportunity for us to grow that. So I encourage you to take advantage of our club opportunities. Additionally, we have our affinity councils, and we currently have 4 affinity councils. We have our Black Alumni Council, which is our longest standing council. It's been around for over 40 years. Our LGBTQ plus Alumni Council, our Veterans Alumni Council, and our Young Alumni Council. All 4 of these councils, again, provide great opportunity to stay engaged with other alums who have a similar affinity. And so I do encourage you to check out what those councils offer. I also mentioned that several of them have scholarship opportunities where they're raising funds to help future Gamecocks. And so when we really talk about what does it mean to be a part of the Alumni Association, you know, the events and being part of the councils and all those things are really important. But you're going to hear me talk a little bit more about our scholarship opportunities as we get further into the presentation. And being a part of these councils also gives you opportunity to give back in that way as well. So career networking, I'm hoping that most of you have heard about the Mentorship Hub, but if you haven't, I really encourage you to check out our Mentorship Hub. And it was really developed to be an interaction tool for our students and our alumni. And one of the great things is this isn't a new tool for us, but I will say that probably in the last 12 months, we've really seen it kind of evolve. And the best way I can describe to you what the Mentorship Hub is it's similar to a platform like LinkedIn, but it's just for Gamecocks. And so anyone you interact with on there has a love and a passion for the Gamecocks just as you do. And so I encourage you to consider creating a profile on there and seeking out mentorship opportunities. And years down the road, you may be offering some of those mentorship opportunities. And so I think, you know, career development is certainly something that we see as an important part of what we do at the Alumni Association. And so the UofSC Mentorship Hub is really the foundation for that, and something that I encourage you to take a look at and consider getting involved in joining. I'm going to stop just for a second before I jump into events and just see, Julia, do we have any questions in the chat or anything I need to cover before I move on to the events?
Right now we don't, but like she said, if anybody has a question, just send it in the chat and then we'll make sure that we have that answered shortly.
Excellent. Thanks, Julia. So
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. One really quick question that just popped up. One of our participants asked where the link to the Mentor Hub is located.
I can tell you the drop down. Give me just a second, so I can give you the exact spot. Just a moment. If you go to the Get Involved tab, you will see on that drop down, you will see UofSC Mentorship Hub.
Thank you so much. And we did put the link in the chat as well. There was one more question. Are there any discounts offered to join the lifetime membership?
So there are several discounts. So anybody that has a membership can take part in our national discount program. Then we also have discounts. So if you reserve space at the Alumni Center and those sorts of things, there are discounts for that as well. And then the other thing that offers is some member only opportunities. And that's actually something that we're kind of building out now as well. But those are some of the kind of key things for the life membership.
Thank you so much. And then we had one more that kind of popped in right after that. And I do believe you sort of addressed that with the discount offered, but what is the cost of the Mentorship Hub? Is it free?
It is. Yep.
Okay.
Completely free. Great questions. All right, I'll jump into the events, but certainly we can come back to questions as we get a little bit further into this. So one of the things that we love to do, and one of the best ways for us to engage with our alumni, is to offer event opportunities. And so I'm going to take you guys through some of our events, particularly over this past year, obviously with COVID and everything we've all been dealing with. In-person events were not something we were really able to do much of in 2020. But last year, towards the fall timeframe, we were able to bring back a lot of our in-person events. And so I just kind of want to talk through some of those opportunities, and again, great ways to get involved. So our Spurs Up Sprint, we just hosted this a couple weeks ago. Our first time hosting it in person. It was a fantastic event. We had over 260 participants, some in person, the majority in person, and some that participated virtually. So this is one of those events that we really see an opportunity to offer both in person and virtual, because obviously not all of our alums live in the Columbia area. And so we want to make sure that we're providing access and good opportunities for engagement in ways that are not just in personal ways. So a fantastic event. Certainly encourage walkers and runners alike in the future. We do plan to do it again next year as well. So our golf tournament, 2021 was our inaugural golf tournament. We had great success, raised over $30,000 that went back toward supporting our scholarships. And so we are hosting it again this year. It will be on June 2nd. We have our first big email campaign push coming out on Monday. But this was a really great opportunity to engage with other alums and also, give back to our scholarships. And so this year it's scheduled for June the 2nd. We'll be at Cobblestone Park Golf Club, which we're really excited about being there this year and looking forward to another successful event. Our Gamecock Sports Preview. So this happens on an annual basis, and it brings together about 300 to 400 of our Gamecock fans and alumni. And it's an opportunity for really our athletics department to bring some of the coaches and really talk about what do they see for the upcoming academic year for our various athletics across the board. And so it's a great event, a great way to get engaged and stay engaged and hear not only some of the things that are happening on the Alumni Association side, but hear from our athletics department as well. And we host that here at the Pastides Alumni Center. All right, so homecoming. Homecoming is such a fantastic time of year for us. It really is a great way for us to welcome home all of our alumni, all of our fans. A few of the pictures you see here are specifically from our tailgate, but we also introduced last year a gala event on the Friday evening prior to homecoming. But that weekend is full of really great opportunities to get engaged. We have our Richard T. Greener Scholarship breakfast that happens on Friday morning. This past year we had, I believe, what was our highest turnout ever. It's a fantastic event. We get to hear from a lot of our Black Alumni Council members, and it's just a great way to come together that morning. We had events this past year with our LGBTQ plus group. We had a wonderful happy hour bringing them together. We had an opportunity for our 50-year reunion group to come together, and then our gala and our tailgate on Saturday. So it's just a really great weekend for us, full of programming, and we'll be pushing out more details about this year's homecoming as we get a little bit further into the summer. Cookies and Cocoa with Cocky. I have to say this is probably one of our staff's favorites. This is an opportunity where we host Cocky and lots of our fans and alumni in the Pastides Alumni Center. And we come together to just celebrate the holidays and the holidays coming, and there's cookie decorating and hot chocolate and just lots of great opportunities that evening to come together and socialize with family and friends and fans alike. So it's a great event. Our staff loves this one. It's always a lot of fun for us around the holidays. So before I jump into scholarship, I'll just pause again and Julia, see if there's any questions.
Yeah, we did have one question, kind of pertains to the first section that we talked about. So the question is Handshake still being used for students finding jobs or internships with companies, or has the Mentorship Hub replaced that?
My understanding is the Mentorship Hub has not replaced that. Handshake is still being used. To what extent and how the university uses that, I'm not sure I can speak to that. I can certainly get more details for you on that, but it has not been replaced by the Mentorship Hub.
Thank you so much. And I believe that was the only question that we have so far.
Okay, great. So, I mentioned kind of at the beginning of the presentation a little bit about scholarships, and obviously, it is important to us that we are giving back to the university, but also to the next group of Gamecocks, right? And that our scholarships are really that opportunity for us to do that. And so I listed here several scholarships that we offer through our Alumni Scholarship, which is an honors college scholarship, our Legacy Scholarship. So that's for incoming freshmen whose parents or legal guardians or grandparents have graduated from the university, our Richard T. Greener Scholarship, and our Salute to Service Scholarship. And so those four, we also, in addition to these, we have two of our clubs who have endowed scholarships. And so that's in our DC market and our Charlotte market. So as we look at event programming and opportunities to engage and fundraise, one of the things that we're always keeping in mind is how we can support more scholarships. So it is certainly a goal of the Alumni Association to increase our scholarship funding. And this is just a really important way for us to stay engaged with the university and also for those for students as they're coming on board. So of course, I can't get through the presentation without encouraging you to follow us on our social media channels. A lot of our content we're sharing out through our Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter profiles. So I encourage that you take a look at those, make sure you're following those so you can stay up to date as well. Certainly, if you join as a member, you're going to be receiving specific communications from us from a membership perspective, but the following us on social media is just such a great way to stay engaged with us. There's a couple things that I didn't have in the presentation that I just want to take a moment to mention as well. We do have travel programs, so that is something that we've done for a while, and we have travel opportunities for other Gamecocks to join others on those travels. So certainly encourage you to take a look at those, and our shop opportunities. So we do have merchandise that we sell. We're always looking for opportunity to think of other things that we can include there. And so I just encourage you, if you're looking for stuff, certainly start there. There's some great stuff out there that we've introduced even in just this last year. So that's really it. Just kind of to summarize, I would just say that, we really see our opportunity here to kind of take you from that transition of student to alumni, and want to make sure that you stay engaged with your alma mater and that you stay engaged with us at the university. And so I hope that today's presentation has kind of given you a glimpse into what some of those opportunities are. Certainly couldn't cover every single thing, but hopefully this gives you an idea of some of those ways that you can stay engaged with us as you look towards graduation. And Julia, I will pause there and see if there's any other questions that have come up.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have one more question. Are you looking to grow Affinity Councils, and is there a South Carolina or a Columbia, South Carolina Alumni Club?
So yes, there is a Columbia, South Carolina Alumni Club. And certainly we are always exploring opportunities for our affinity councils. There's a process that we go through before just creating new affinity councils. We also have what's called an interest group. So depending on sort of the level of interest that there may be and sort of what the group is made up of, sometimes we look towards an interest group and sometimes it becomes an affinity council. So we have a whole internal process that we work with groups on to sort of determine whether it's going to be an affinity council or an interest group or something like that.
Thank you so much. And we had one other question. Will the slide deck, including links, be shared following this session?
Yes, my understanding is that all of these presentations will be shared afterwards, and they'll be on our YouTube channel, I believe. And I believe we've also been linking them to the Future Alumni Week landing page with the recordings.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, if there aren't any other questions, I just want to say thank you again for the time. Oh, did I see one more come through?
You sure did. Yes. Will alumni have access to their Handshake account following their graduation?
Oh, that is not something I feel like I can answer with certainty, but I can certainly find out. And if you're able to share your contact information, I will send that to you, but I'm not positive.
They put their email in the chat.
Excellent. I will follow up.
Or looks like that was everyone with questions.
Great. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it. Julia, anything else that you have before we close out?
I just wanted to say thank you again to everyone for participating. We really enjoyed being able to share this information with you, and of course, wish you the best of the luck going forward for all of you fellow graduates. I myself am a senior too.
Well, congratulations to you, Julia, and everybody else on here that'll be graduating. We'll look forward to seeing you cross that stage. Thanks, guys.